This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. In news from the courts, 20-year-old Clyden Stubbs stood before Magistrate Kara Turnquist DeVoe today, accused for the murder of Toriana White. White was killed on Monday, August 12, 2018, while at a business establishment in Kennedy Subdivision. Stubbs was not required to enter a plea at this time and was subsequently remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until February 8, 2019, where he will return for a voluntary bill of indictment. Meantime, two Bahamian fraudsters will spend their first night on remand at the Bahamas Department of Corrections after they were charged with several counts of fraud and forgery and money laundering. Arlie Sebastian has the details in this report.
40-year-old Carol Burrows of Oxford Avenue and 28-year-old Juan Adderley of Victoria Gardens appeared before Magistrate Kara Turnquist this afternoon. Burrows, seen here in the long-sleeved white and black shirt, was charged with 3 counts of possession of forged documents, 3 counts of uttering forged documents, and 3 counts of fraud by false pretenses. Now here's what's alleged. On Wednesday, November 21, 2018, Burrows, with the intent to defraud Cable Bahamas, did have in his possession and uttered a forged document, namely a Royal Bank of Canada check drawn on the account of Cable Bahamas and payable to Thomas Roll in the amount of $7,000. On the same date, he also allegedly committed fraud by false pretense when he defrauded RBC Mackey Street of $7,000 cash. Then, on November 22nd, Burrows again was found in possession of and did utter a forged document of a RBC check drawn on the account of Cable Bahamas and made payable to Theodore Knowles, this time in the amount of $10,000. He was also charged with fraud by false pretenses when he got $10,000 cash from RBC Mackey Street. It is further alleged that he, this time along with Juan Adderley, seen in the black shirt and gray sweater, did have in their possession and uttered a forged document, namely a RBC check drawn on the account of Cable Bahamas and payable to Ronald Cartwright in the amount of $10,000. On the same date, they also allegedly committed fraud by false pretense when they defrauded RBC Mackey Street of $10,000 cash. Now, Burrows was also charged with 2 counts of money laundering. It is alleged that he, on Wednesday, November 21st and Thursday, November 22nd, acquired $7,000 and $10,000 respectively, knowing it to be that of proceeds of a crime. The pair pleaded not guilty to all counts and opted to have their cases heard in the magistrate's court. They were subsequently remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until February 20th and 21st, 2019. Burrows was represented by the office of Ian Cargill, while Adderley was represented by Kevon Maynard. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Lissy Bastian.
The Bahamas Agricultural Health and Food Safety Authority issuing an update that reported illnesses have been linked to lettuce grown in California, specifically the Central Coast growing regions of Northern and Central California. According to the BAHFSA, romaine lettuce, including hydroponically and greenhouse-grown romaine, harvested outside the California regions identified does not appear to be related to the current outbreak. U.S. agencies will now require romaine lettuce to have new labeling, which will include the harvest location and harvest date labeling that indicates whether the lettuce has been hydroponically or greenhouse grown. Meantime, the FDA recommends that if romaine lettuce does not have this information, consumers should not eat it. It also recommended that consumers avoid eating romaine lettuce from the Central Coast growing regions of Northern and Central California. However, in terms of that turkey recall by the USDA, including the Genio brand turkey products, that remains in effect. The BAHFSA urges consumers to be vigilant and practice good hygiene when preparing lettuce or any raw, ready-to-eat products or raw products to be cooked for consumption, as persons who consume contaminated lettuce may experience the effects of the illness for 12 to 24 hours or up to a week after ingestion. Symptoms include vomiting, stomach cramps, diarrhea, fever, loss of appetite, and in immune-compromised individuals, kidney failure. While While those who consume contaminated turkey may experience fever, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, headache, nausea, vomiting, and loss of appetite within 12 to 72 hours after eating the contaminated product. Children 5 years and younger, the elderly, pregnant, and persons with a compromised immune system may experience a more severe level of illness. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.